Welcome back, trainers. It is so good to see you guys. Sorry for that short break. Hopefully you got to get a nice good stretch going on. So what I'm going to go over today is a few of the instructions of just kind of some things that we're going to do today. And then I've got one more video that is planned that we're going to do some fun detective work, okay? Sound good? Okay, so you should have gotten a binder. Now in that binder there are lots of really great activities, but don't go ahead of yourself. We've got something planned or some things planned every single day. Now in that binder on that very first sheet, I want you guys to go ahead and read through that first page. I'm not gonna sit here and watch you. You can pause the video, okay? Great technology, right? ROTEMs are pretty awesome. And hopefully, I don't know if you've got a Pikachu power in your house or not, make sure to give it a snack and thank it for its electricity, okay? But what I want you guys to do is to go read through that, okay? And then, so pause the video in just a second, read through that, and then come on back. Ready? And pause. All right, are you guys back? Hopefully you read, maybe you already read that beforehand. So what I want you guys to do is, now Professor Oak always gave here's your 3 options of Pokemon, which are great, you know, totally fine. But that was when there was only 150 Pokemon. There's 800 some Pokemon now. And there's lots of really great starters, okay? So I want to make sure that you find the starter that is just perfect for you, and not just one that's like, I want a grass type, I want a fire type. And maybe you get one and you're like, but I really wanted, you know, a Rattata. If you really want a Rattata, you can have a Rattata as your starter Pokemon. I'm cool with that. Just gotta give me a minute to go catch one, okay? So you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna take that test. Now, you might need help from your mom or your dad, or your parent or guardian. So I want you guys to go ahead and I want you to take that test, and then it should give you a few different options of which Pokemon might fit you best. So it'll say like, hey, here's the one you match with first, and then here's a few other options. So you're gonna pause in a second, you're gonna go do that, and then you're gonna come on back. And ready, and pause, and we're back. Okay, awesome. So hopefully you got a few of your different options. And again, if you're like, none of these really work. Now, you can't go saying, oh, I want a Mewtwo as my starter, because I don't have enough Master Balls to do that, okay? So let's try to keep it in the, you know, under 10, level 10 that we can catch, okay? And you're gonna start off with a level 10 Pokemon. I know, get them trained early for you. So, but you're like, okay, Professor Dogwood, that's awesome. I took this test, I got this. How am I gonna get my, you know, Totodile? So what you're gonna do is gonna send some magic along through the digital forms, okay? And what you're gonna do is you're gonna take that magic from the screen and you're gonna put it in. You should have a little container that has some air dry clay, okay? So you're going to, I'm gonna pass the magic through the camera, okay? Then you're gonna take that from your screen, whatever screen you're looking at it on, and you're going to put that in the center of that air dry clay, and then you're going to take it out and you're going to kind of soften it, roll it into a ball, just get it nice and mixed through. Okay, ready? And here's some Pokemon magic. You're taking it through, putting it in your clay, and moving that clay around. Now what I want you to do with that clay is you might need to put down some newspaper or some like old sheets, or just do it on your kitchen table like linoleum style. You don't want to make a mess on the carpet because it's a little bit hard to get out. So you're going to take that air dry clay, and then what you're going to do with that Pokemon magic is you are going to make it and shape it into the Pokemon that you best fit with or that you really want as your starter, okay? So you're going to shape it, and you might want to start with the body first. I don't have an instructional video because I want you to use your imagination. If you want to add a few extra things, you're like, I really like this, but I wish it had antenna, or I wish it had horns, that's okay. There are lots of regional variations, so you can make your own. That is perfectly fine. So I want you to go ahead and I want you to shape and I want you to mold that. And you can do that later if you want. That's okay. If you want to keep watching, that's fine, or you can pause it and you can go ahead and do that. Now, air dry clay takes a day or so for it to dry, so you can let it dry for a little bit just so it's not so tacky. When it's not tacky, you should also have a little paint palette, paint brushes, and a little set of paint. What I want you to do, again, not over anything really nice, just in case you get paint somewhere, is I want you to put that in the paint palette, and then I want you to paint your Pokemon. What I think works really well is if you paint like a base coat, and then you let that dry. The paint should dry within 10-15 minutes or so, mostly dry. It won't be fully dry. And then go and put your details in. And if you want to make the shiny form, that's awesome. You can do whatever color that you'd like. But Professor Dogwood, I don't have green, and I really, really wanted green because I got a grass type Pokemon. That's fine, because you got the primary colors, so you can make lots and lots of different colors. So if you put blue and yellow, that's gonna make green. So that you're able to make like blue and red, or make purple, so that you're able to make lots and lots of different colors with that. If you want it a little lighter or darker, you can add a little bit of the black or a little bit of the white. And if you want brown, mix all three primary colors together, and that'll give you brown. Now don't put the whole tube, just put a little bit at a time. And if you want a little more blue or a little more, yellow, just add a little bit more of that, and you can make the exact shade of green that you want. And you can always go back and change it around later. That's awesome. But you're gonna go ahead and again, you can pause the video now if you want. I get these little things in case it's fun to watch on the screen. Or you can go ahead and do that later on. That's totally fine as well. So that's the one activity that we're gonna do. Then what I want you to do is you have a sheet that kind of goes over some things about making a trainer profile. Now your trainer profile, if you don't want to write it out, you can type it, or you can just talk to your mom, your dad, your friends about it, or just say it out loud. This just helps you kind of get into the mood of what we're doing here, because I want you to have a trainer identity. Just like if you were playing the games on, back in the day, the Game Boy, but your Nintendo DS, your Switch, just like that, you you give your information of what you want to be called, and you want to put that information in, but you also want to write down, of course, on that one sheet, you want to make sure that you write down your starter Pokemon. If you want to give it a nickname, awesome, give it a nickname, make it yours, make it personal, and then you'll do drawings of those. But what I want you to think about is, what is your purpose? Are you wanting a Pokemon of a certain type? Are you wanting to breed? Are you wanting to do competitions? Are you wanting just a friend? What is your idea of going on this Pokemon journey? And that'll help you, because you're able to catch a few Pokemon each day. And remember, anything over 6, you're gonna have to put in your PC. That's fine, you can take them out later and switch them around. That's why you're able to switch those papers around. But you've got your starter today, and then you're able to catch a few Pokemon today and fill out those other sheets. Now on those other sheets, you'll have the name of the species of the Pokemon, the name that you want to give it, and make sure to do it in pencil, because remember that level is going to change as you keep training it every day. That those are interactive sheets that we're going to work with every day, so that your Pokemon are able to get stronger and learn new movesets every day. And again, Bulbapedia or other internet sites might help you out, again with your parent or guardian permission, with learning some of those different sites. If your mom or dad, or you have any questions and you're like, I really, I want to catch a Lapras, but I can only catch level 10. Send me a message, or if you have any questions, send me an email at lmorgan@woldenschool.org. It's my secret identity. And then I'd be happy to help you with some of that information if you can't find it, or you're just having a little bit of trouble with how to fill those sheets out. I want this to be fun for you. I don't want it to be too intense, so if you need help with that, just let me know. But the other thing is not just the Pokemon, but I want you to think about who you are, and I want you, again, to write that down. What is your backstory? What is your purpose? And you're gonna create an avatar, create a character of who you want to be. Now that might be who you are in real life, that is awesome. Maybe it's somebody completely different. So we're gonna play this as like a role-playing game, kind of like D&D, but there's Pokemon, that you're gonna make an avatar, make a character that is gonna be you, so it needs to have a backstory. And so if you don't want to write that down or don't want to type it out, that is fine. You can just speak it out loud, but it'll help to create that identity, okay? So give me 1 second. We're going to take a short break. Again, I want you guys to go ahead and stretch out, move around. If it's nice, I know it's going to rain later on today, which you never know with, out here with Pokemon. If somebody class sunny day, maybe we'll have a sunny day, but I think somebody's about to make water the favorable type, if you know what I mean.